and I'm going to give the woman a seed. And when she produces that seed, it's going to crush the head of the serpent. So never sleep on a woman who has a casket and a curse, because she also has a seed attached to her name.
If I see one more black female, I'm not going to do shit at my expense.
We're black women.
No, folks are going to do everything they can to distort her truth. Hard-working, highly educated, successful people who happen to be black.
The most disrespected person in America is the black woman. The most unprotected person in America is the black woman. The most neglected person in America is the black woman. To respect our women and to protect our women.
Like black women, we so tough all the time. God is real and God lives
inside of all of us.
Hello, everybody. How are you guys doing? How are you guys feeling? I'm here to talk to you guys about this mess, okay? First and foremost, I know you probably heard about the Onijah situation, Onijah Ahmed. Now, this woman came down to Pakistan because she met this man online, and it happens to be allegedly a 19-year-old man. She met this 19-year-old online. Allegedly, they fell in love. She just, was supposed to be with him. He, said that he would marry her. She had some sort of Nicki Minaj filter on when she was talking to this young man. So he's so young and he's so, like oblivious. He thought that she looked like Nicki Minaj because she was using a filter. So he agreed to marry her. She came to Pakistan for marriage. The parents, the family, everybody, saw and was like, oh no, you're not going to marry this woman. Not because she was older. Allegedly, they said no because she was black. Okay, they said no, you're not going to marry this black woman. Now, I don't know if it would have been different had she been a different color. I don't know. But this entire situation has been messy. Okay, so she's in Pakistan. She's having these conversations with individuals in Pakistan. When I say conversations, it's like press conference, full on news conferences, child. These people have came out with their microphones. They have came out with their cameras. They have came out and they're surrounded, trying to figure out, hey, what do you have to say? Hey, what's going on? And it's a mic like to her mouth, and she's saying, I want to clean up the streets of Pakistan, and I want, the environment to be nice, and she's coming in just pretending. It's the audacity, pretending like she just knows what's going on in these people's, country. And she's saying she's going to go to Dubai's. I'm going to go to Dubai's. And overnight, she became an internet sensation, and in the world of, the U.S., America, this actually would be a big thing. If somebody just came out of nowhere and started stating things, somebody would find it entertaining and record it, and TikTok would be going crazy. But around the world, we did not know that Pakistan, would have allowed this type of behavior because of how it's advertised that Pakistan is. Pakistan's this and Pakistan's that and Pakistan. So people just have the, the raw, wrong perception of Pakistan. But Pakistanians took care of this woman. They fed this woman. They got her the right care because they said it was a mental health situation. And they got her safe on that plane. Now, I thought that this woman would be going to the U.S. Honestly, no. She did not go to the U.S. She ended up in Dubai. Like she said, I'm going to Dubai's. It makes me think that the Pakistan government really makes sure that, especially with her mental health conditions and, everything that they stated. Hey, this is wrong with her. Hey, that's wrong with her, blah, blah, blah. I would assume that they would have somebody along on the flight to make sure that she got there safe or got home safe. However, she ended up in Dubai, and Dubai is not Pakistan. So ever since we seen and heard that she was in Dubai, we have not seen and heard anything from this woman ever since. So we do not know if she's still alive. We do not know what's going on. It seems as though she did a lot of disrespectful things. The disrespect that she had in Pakistan, she invited that to Dubai, and Dubai is not Pakistan. Okay, they're not gonna have government officials come and take her, make sure she comes back to the U.S. safe. They're not going to have people that find the actions that she's taking funny. None of that was occurring. So allegedly she might be in jail in Dubai. Allegedly she might be, getting harmed. I don't know. Nobody truly knows what's going on at this point to this woman. But, I'm going to just basically read the news story and, give you guys a further breakdown of what is occurring here. Police on Wednesday took U.S. National Onijah Andrews Robinson in protective custody from outside an apartment block in Golden West, where she had staged a sit-in. Now, Onijah insisted on meeting Nidal Ahmed Memon, he actually lives there, and had promised to marry on, social media. They had spoke on social media, and he had promised to marry her. Onijah Andrew Robinson, a mother of two, divorced her husband, abandoned her family, and landed in Karachi, Pakistan on October 11, 2024, after developing a whirlwind love affair with Nidal Ahmed Memon, a resident of the Golden West, on social media. So Memon, however, refused to marry her, saying that his parents were against it. She spent 3 months in the city and her visa expired. On Wednesday morning, she was escorted to the Karachi airport by airport security, the security force, ASF, for her scheduled departure for the U.S. Initially she appeared cheerful, greeting on duty staff, just saying thank you and everything. As she engaged with them lightheartedly, had lighthearted conversation, and just was super happy to the airline staff. However, her demeanor abruptly changed during immigration, formalities. She refused to undergo the necessary procedures and later declined to board her flight in the International Departure, League. Robinson insisted on meeting Memon and made several excuses to delay her, departure. Due to the security regulations, authorities cannot forcefully place her on, the flight. Her refusal to leave caused a 36-minute delay, for the airport, the entire, just the flight in general. In order to get her on, there was a delay. People were trying to work with her, but eventually the aircraft departure, they departed without her because they could not hold on the flight any longer. People had to go and get to where they were going. A New York woman has become an unlikely, viral hit after her trip to Pakistan. Guys, remember, I'm telling you guys about Onijah Ahmed. She took that Pakistan trip to marry a teenager. Yep, people are calling him a teenager. She met him online, it actually turned into a series of bizarre, exports, honestly, as she refused to leave the country, demanding thousands of dollars, and claimed that she wanted to rebuild the nation. I told you guys about that. Onijah Andrew Robinson, who is 32, traveled to Karachi, Pakistan, in October 2024 to meet and marry Nidal Ahmed Memon. I told you guys about that. He's actually a 19-year-old Pakistan man. Now, in one breath, he's a teenager, but in another breath, he's a man. I don't know what it is, why, the back and forth, but that's what, individuals are saying online. Like I stated prior, upon arrival, this young man's family rejected her and said that he said that his family was opposing to the marriage, leaving her stranded for several days in Karachi as her tourist visa expired. She claimed that it was, reported that money was raised for her to return home, but she refused. She refused to return home. Now, after she has taken social media by storm with her wild tale becoming a sensation on TikTok, after facing the rejection from her alleged lover, Robinson had nowhere to go. She began wandering, Karachi. She was wandering around. She lingered around his home for a while, but found that the entire family had vacated and locked up the house. So they completely left. I believe that they were in fear that something would come of this. Now, her past booking records have been popped up. So Robinson was booked, had a booking photo that was released by Charleston County Sheriff Office following her arrest for entering premises after warning in South Carolina in 2021. So this is actually old. She had been, arrested previously for, just entering premises, just going places that she's not supposed to be going. So I don't understand how this woman was able to have these mental health issues and not be supported in the U.S. And allowed to take a flight alone And then while she's in Pakistan, making all of these brash actions in the U.S., not, take wind of this or try to assist this woman, which I feel as though she should have had a caretaker, because if she has been entering places, especially while in the U.S. since 2021, and this has been a reoccurring pattern, why has she been, existing without any support, any type of, assistance, any type of mental health issue, support, I would say, not issues, but mental health support? I think that she needed care. Now, when the first plans were made allegedly to, tie the knot, when all of that was blocked by the concerned family members, Miss Robinson reportedly refused to leave, and, she was stranded. The woman was stranded, and she began camping outside, his family home. A young man who claimed to be her son later made a video alleging that Miss Robinson had bipolar disorder, stressing that he was trying to get her home, and this is actually absolutely just scary. He was trying to get his mother home to the U.S. The Mail Online reports that, but it took more than 3 months for the abandoned woman to get on a flight, despite kind locals rallying around to support her, during which time her flight captured the entire situation, actually, not even just her flight, but it captured like a media outpour of love. The drastic saga first hit local headlines when Miss Robinson began holding her own press conferences in which she would issue updates on her situation, give unsolicited feedback on the state of the country, and also bizarrely ask for large sums of money. This is absolutely insane. Now, at first it appeared she was asking for cash so that she could stay and start a life in Pakistan, but despite multiple appearances before, just waiting on social media, she never really explained what the cash requests were for. I'm asking for 100K or more. I need 20K by this week in my pockets in cash. That's a demand to the government, she would say. She told journalists during one conference shared on TikTok. So this is absolutely insane. She's just requesting for money consistently, and not really giving as a reason as to why. She's saying that she needs to clean up Pakistan. However, no one told her that was necessarily her place or asked her for her input on the state of Pakistan. Now, the widespread attention has even landed Miss Robinson a number of low budget brand deals, with many dubbing her an icon and queen on social media. She also landed her own unique search term, the American lady in Pakistan. This is just absolutely crazy. She has reportedly, intervened, different individuals, government officials, and, just people looking for peace had consistently intervene, to try to get her back to the U.S. safely, allegedly. So this is just absolutely insane. If you guys want my opinion, this is what I have to say. The fact is, now this woman is in Dubai. We have not seen or heard from her since on social media or anywhere else. I'm going to attach this amazing individual that I think does amazing commentary on the entire situation for the week to week and what has been occurring and where it is at now. This woman getting to Dubai, I have some suspicions, and I love the idea that Pakistanians was so kind to her, but the fact that they sent her to Dubai is very concerning to me, and the fact that nobody, especially seeing her mental state and all the positive media outlet that they gained from this woman, even putting a camera to her face, knowing that she had mental conditions, they felt as though it was benefiting their country, Pakistan. So I felt as though at that point they were responsible to make sure she was, home safe, because now that she has not gotten home safe, a lot of people, I would say including myself, is somehow looking at the Pakistani government and the Pakistani people as, why hasn't she gotten home safe? Why is she even in Dubai, if you guys knew that she was disrespectful in Pakistan, did y'all not think that she would be disrespectful in Dubai? I don't know if you guys just dashed her off to Dubai or y'all had some sort of conversation with Dubai, because we know Dubai to be a place to where different things have occurred. You know, people have been doing the R. Kelly treatment, if you do know what I mean, with the, you know, body fluids in Dubai, and different things have occurred in Dubai. So her being in Dubai was not a good look for me, and it scared me. They said she broke a bunch of different federal laws. She might be a prisoner of Dubai at this point in her mental state. I just don't think that, you know, she can be able to take that, and I don't think that she has the mental state to be able to process or understand what is occurring, or even knowing that this is disrespectful. She doesn't have anyone there with her that cares for her or loves her, and it's very scary, incredibly scary, to know that something could have happened to this woman and nobody's speaking about it. People are saying that she's gone missing. In Dubai, that's common. People do trafficking amongst other things. You know, she is an internet sensation, so there could be a lot of things, you know, benefiting the people that have her. They could be using her for different reasons, you know, trying to get her to be respectful. It could be physical. Lord knows what's going on. This entire situation have started off as an internet sensation and very entertaining to now worrisome. So we don't know what is occurring at this point. The last time we seen her was in Dubai, and we know the Dubai people are not necessarily known to be very kind people. Even Pakistan people are not really known to be kind. However, we've seen them, you know, promoting and being kind online. So we're like, okay, well, you know, our perception of Pakistan is very much altered, but we still don't know what's going on with this woman. We don't know if she's alive. We don't know at all. And if Pakistanians would have made sure that she got back alive, that would have said more to us visiting Pakistan. Now that she has not got back alive and we have not confirmed that she is fine, this is worrisome to me, in my humble opinion. But I don't know, you guys. Let me know what you guys think. I'm gonna play these clips, and I love you guys so much, and bye.
So I see a lot of interest in this American lady who's landed in Pakistan to find her lover. So I am Pakistani. I speak the language, and I will help break down the drama for all of you who are very interested in this story. The rest assured, even Pakistanis don't think this is normal. Anyhow, so this lady, her name is Onijah. She's 33 years old, and she fell in love with this guy named Ahmed Nidal, who's 18. Now, this is where it gets interesting. Onijah was catfishing Ahmed. Onijah's 33, Ahmed is 18. Just keep following along. So Onijah used to talk to Ahmed with a filter, and she used to talk to him with a filter of a white blonde lady. Now, Ahmed fell in love with her, and he was like, yeah, let's do this. I love you, baby, and everything. And they got married on an online nikah. Nikah is like an Islamic marriage ceremony. Anyhow, so Ahmed was like, you know what, my love, come join me in my homeland. And he gave her her address and everything. Now, keep in mind, the place where Ahmed lives is a very, it's an area. It's an area. So it's like the hood. Not exactly the hood, but yeah, okay. So what happened was Onijah landed in Karachi in Pakistan, and she shows up at Ahmed's doorstep. And once she shows up at Ahmed's doorstep, Ahmed was like, whoops. Yeah, this is not that lady I was talking to, because Onijah was catfishing him. But Ahmed was kind of chill with it. He was like, you know what? Eventually, I'm going to get the green card, nationality, America, all that stuff. That's what I was going through his head. So he was chill with it. His mom was like, no. And just for context, Pakistan has a lot of there's a word which is called the colonial complex, because we were colonized by the British. So Pakistanis like look up to anything that is white as, oh my god, this is like the ultimate beauty standard, and God forbid you are a darker shade, it'll be like, oh my god. So the mom was like, no, this black woman and all that racist complex colorism, all of that just came out. And so what the mom did was but the son was okay with this. So the mom took her son, she locked the doors of the house, and she ran away, and nobody knows where they went. Anyhow, follow along. So then Onijah went, and she like camped in that apartment complex, like right in the parking lot. And she's like, I ain't leaving anywhere without my husband. And she kept on saying this. And what happened was, all of a sudden, like, people started getting word of this lady who doesn't belong here. And it's a very close-knit community because it's the hood. So, like, think about, like, the hood where everyone kind of knows each other. They're like, where has this person handed out? Where has this person just landed down? So anyhow, she was camping in the parking lot, and slowly, news started spreading around. And that's where the media came in. And when the media came in, they're like, why are you here? And then, like, initially she wouldn't talk. When she started talking, she started saying all sorts of weird stuff. She's like, give me money. If you give me money, then I'm going to talk. But then slowly, like she started like saying some stuff. I want my husband. I'm going to leave without my husband. But again, like point being, a lot of huge ruckus started happening, and people in the apartment complex, their lives started becoming like, like hard, because like you have the entire media coming, and these people just want to go by their lives. So what happened was a humanitarian got involved. A humanitarian. His name is Chipa, Mr. Chipa, and she starts mispronouncing, and she calls him Chupa, and yeah, Chupa is look it up, and that became a meme in itself in Pakistan. So like there are multiple memes from this entire episode, multiple memes. Anyhow, a humanitarian got involved because like the people in the apartment were like, we can't do anything about it. So he was like, okay, I'm gonna step in. He's very respected, so he's like, I'm gonna help her. I'm gonna help this sister of mine. So if he's calling you a sister, then that means he's being very respectful. And so he holds a press conference with her. He tries to take her out of there, and she tells him, shut up, you man, you talk too much. And this man, I swear to God, he is patient. He's still not cracking. but then Pakistani internet started going around with memes. He's like, you know what, he's being patient because maybe he wants a green card. Maybe he wants to marry her. Maybe he wants to go. Anyhow, so this man is just trying to be very patient with her. And what happens is like news has now spread. It has spread in the entire area. There's this American woman who's come here for her lover, and the lover has ran away. And now it's kind of become like an episode of The Bachelor, where all the creeps of that area, like some of them who are like half in their grave, like 60 years old, 70 years old. There was literally one guy who was blind. He was actually blind. And they're all coming out to the media. And they're like, you know what? If that guy doesn't marry her, I will marry her. And they are saying the most ridiculous and ludicrous shit. And they're like, yeah, but if she gives me $100,000, I will marry her. The blind guy is like, yeah, I'll marry her. And, I'll get to go to America. I'll fix my eyesight. I'll be able to see again. And when I see again, I will marry a nice, beautiful woman. It is absolute batshittery. Anyhow, the humanitarian then, like, by now, we got word from her son that, okay, she's mentally ill. There's like, she probably has bipolar disorder and everything. So what happens is the humanitarian then tries to take her to a psych ward, one of the biggest psych wards in the country. So once he takes her there, like later on, video resurfaces that she'd escaped, and then she ended up at a McDonald's. And when she goes into the McDonald's, the humanitarian is still following her around because now he's in love with her. So when he's following her around, he's there with her, and he says in Urdu, he's like, give her whatever, like if she wants to order a burger or something. Like in her head, he was like a burger. She's like, no, I'll give you my order. And her order was, she's like, I'm gonna like 2 McDoubles, 2 cheeseburgers, two large fries, extra sauce, and a Fanta orange. 2 apple pies, and then after that she's like, I'd like another large fries with that. It is absolute batshit crazy. Even the guy at McDonald's was like, who is she eating for? And her order comes, she's eating and everything, and the humanitarian is trying to be so nice to her. She's ignoring him. She doesn't give a shit. Anyhow, after this whole McDonald's episode, I think he tried to take her back to the psych ward. She didn't go there. She ended up back at the apartment complex, and she was camping in the parking lot. Then a video comes out of this guy who was trying to give her some chai and some biryani, and he was younger. I mean, he was obviously not the same age as the humanitarian. And then the video comes where she's flirting, and she's like, yeah, I like Pakistan. The chai is nice, and she's flirting with him. So like the meme started going on. She's like, oh yeah, she kind of likes them younger. So it just ended up into this weird ass thing. And yeah, and then they tried to take her to the airport. They tried to send her back, but then she came back again. And yeah, the latest update from today was that she was claiming that someone stole her $100 million wedding ring, and nobody knows what happened to it. So I tried to break the whole batshittery down. So yeah, from last I heard, she's still camping in the parking lot of the apartment complex. There's this one guy on TikTok who keeps on putting up videos. He's giving her biryani, and she's flirting with him. And now she's also making TikToks with some police women who are there. She's kind of made friends with all these people. And she had I forgot. She even had a press conference where she was campaigning to become the mayor of our city. She's like, I'm gonna shut all. Give me $20,000 out of 20,000. 5,000 is for 5,000 for the city. 15,000 is for me. She's doing some weird ass maths. Rest assured, not one person in Pakistan thinks this is normal. But are we enjoying it? Very much. Thank Thank you very much. So here's the second update on what's happening with the American lady in Pakistan, because she's still here. She doesn't want to go home. So the humanitarian tried to check her in to a really, really nice guest house. He literally took her there. And like he's still there. He is in love with her and she don't like him. So he took her there, and as usual, she was at her best, at her worst behavior. She started shouting at the hotel staff, and the hotel staff started panicking. And they were like, why is she here? And then along with that, like, not just that, what happened was, like, the entire media, they're like, now the media is following her. And the media loves it. The media loves it because she keeps on giving them material. And you know what happens is, like, the media, they take out snippets from all of her craziness and they just post it on their Instagram pages, and they get like thousands of hits, so it becomes memes. So now she is giving people content, so people are there with her 24/7, and she knows it, and she's working with the media now. So like when she's in the hotel and when the hotel staff is like, no, we don't have any rooms, or we can't give her anything, she looks at the media people. She's like, look, film this woman. She's being rude to me. She's being racist to me. And they were not being racist. They were not being rude or anything. They were just scared, or they were just panicking because they were like, and because she was being rude to them. She started shouting the minute she's like, this is dirty. I don't want to stay here. I want a swimming pool. I want like a mini bar spa. Like this woman, and the hotel staff is like, bruh, women, you need to calm down. And but she don't want to calm down. So anyhow, what happened was the humanitarian, like, God bless his soul, man. God bless his soul. And God bless him for being so patient. He takes her and, he takes her to another, like, little guest house. And she was pretty chill over there, and she was comfortable. And what happened was, like, the latest video that came from the guest house was that the police women of our city were doing her hair. And threading her eyebrows. She was getting her hair did by the police women, and then after a while she was wearing a do-rag or something on her head, like something like I don't know what black women wear on their head. They got her that. I don't know where they got her that in Pakistan, because I've never seen anyone see that, but I've seen her in movies, on shows. So she was wearing that, and they were very respectful. They were very respectful of her, and she seemed to be pretty happy. And then later on, I think she went back to the apartment complex because she's made friends there. Now she's a part of the neighborhood. She's a part of the hood. So like she went and she was meeting her old friends over there, and they were chilling on like those garden chairs. And I think she was shouting at someone. Oh yeah, she was ranting. So they were asking her about the humanitarian. They were asking her for the deets of the day. What just happened? And she was telling them, she was like, I don't like that humanitarian. They're like, why don't you like him? He's so respected in Pakistan. She's like, no, I don't like him. Man makes no effort. Like now he's in line for her, like, you know, for her hand. She's like, man makes no effort, wears the same clothes every day, wears green clothes. Look, he's a humanitarian, so because he's a humanitarian, he has to lead a very simple life, and people watch him all the time. So he's not one who's going to be dressed in Gucci, Armani. He literally wears the same clothes every day. But she's like, I don't like him. Man makes no effort, wears ugly clothes, has long beard, and she was going on a rant. And you know, but by the way, her friends, her gang, they were like, no, he's a very respected man, and he is respected. So like, you know, in Pakistan, when someone's a humanitarian, you don't talk badly about them because they're doing so much for society. So, but this woman was like, she was on another tangent. So like, you could tell that the gang was just feeling a bit uncomfortable. So they wanted to change the topic. They're like, you know, forget about it. Let's have a cigarette. Let's smoke. She's like, yeah, let's have a cigarette. And then she puts a cigarette and they light it up and they're like, I was like, what the hell is even happening? What show is this? It is absolute batshittery. It is batshittery. And actually, one thing which I wanted to answer, because I've been reading the comments, and a lot of people are like, oh, thank God she's safe over there. Thank God they're treating her with respect. Guys, thank God we are safe. Thank God we are safe from this woman. Pakistanis would not harm her, especially now that she's in like so much in the public light. Pakistanis are very conscious of the fact that if they have, now she's a guest, whether we like it or not, whether she's normal or not, whether she's in her senses or not, despite whatever chemical imbalances in her head, she is a guest now. And in Pakistan, we treat guests with utmost respect. A guest is considered to be like a blessing from God. Like if a guest is here, even if they are batshit crazy, and even if they're full-blown psychotic, they are considered, like, we have to treat them with respect. So if she says she wants to eat like she wants to eat out of Ronald McDonald's ass, we'll be like, here, we'll get you Ronald McDonald's ass. Eat it, eat it, eat it. And so we have to like keep them happy. And if she says, I want to get my hair did, I want to get my eyebrows done, we will take her. Like, so the thing is now, she is just unfortunately, fortunately, our responsibility. So that's why you're going to see everyone treat her very nicely. And especially when the eyes of the world and the cameras are in her face. So people will try their best to even be at their extra best behavior. Because the last thing a Pakistani wants to hear, the last thing, as a host, like if I'm hosting anyone, is that one, you are conjuice, and conjuice translates to, oh yeah, you're a miser host. No. I do not want to be seen as a miser. I will spend all my money, but I want to see my host happy, and I want to see my host talk nicely of me, one. And number two, I never want to see, I would die. I would die if someone said, like, if I hosted someone and they're like, I treated them with disrespect, or they were unhappy. No matter, I repeat, even if the person I'm hosting is batshit crazy, I will still treat them with respect. So yeah, unfortunately now, Onijah is Pakistan's daughter-in-law, and we have to deal with it. As your president used to say, America, when you're sending your people, you're not sending the best. This story is moving so fast that I have to drop a part 3 right now. I have to tell you what is happening right now. So video has resurfaced. She's in a hospital ward, and I think she's checked out of the ward, and she's just sitting outside, and she is out on the prowl. She is dressed in this zebra print suit, and at the same time she's counting money. She's like, and she's counting. But the funny thing is, the money is all in Pakistani rupees. And she asked for $100,000, but she got like, I think 100,000 rupees, which is like right under $300. But she seems happy. She seems like she's gotten a good deal. So then anyhow, like later videos come, she is back in the hood, in the neighborhood, and she's sitting with her gang over there. And the guys from her gang have got her some makeup. And she's looking at the makeup and she's analyzing the guy. And she's like, this is not my skin tone. This is not my concealer foundation. She's telling them all this foundation, concealer stuff. And she's testing it out on them. What is even happening? And then in the video we see like now we see snippets of her gang. She's introducing all of them. So next to her, sitting on another chair, is a policewoman. Like our government sent a policewoman to guard her, to sit there with her. So she's just sitting there, and she's like, yeah, she's my best friend, and she elevates my life. And she's for once she's saying nice things about someone. She's saying nice things about that police lady, and the police lady is just being shy. She's like, yeah, no big deal. Just this is my duty. It's all in a day. She's like, no, this woman's very nice and everything. And then the policewoman steps in. She's like, when you go to America, will you take me? So it is. This story is just. Now, another important detail, which I have to tell you over here, is the fact that neighborhood is ghetto. It is the hood. It is not a great area. But now, like a new life is injected over there. People are showing up at that apartment complex at 3 in the morning, at 4 in the morning, to get a glimpse of the American woman out there. So like now what has happened, like this another like twist of events that has happened, is that the people in the apartment complex have become protective of Onijah. They're like, now she's a resident. She's a sister of this neighborhood. And so now when people are trying to come in to see her, like they start beating them up. They beat up like a cameraman today. They were like, no, you don't get to see her. She's a resident over here. She lives here. She's one of us. I mean, she's basically become like the princess of the hood right now. And now, like, new video that has just resurfaced, the most recent one, is that I think they might have secured her way out or something. I haven't seen anything that she's at the airport or going out right now yet. But some people have started posting sad TikToks with sad music and stuff like, I will miss you, sister-in-law. I will miss you, sister-in-law, forever. And people are using it in all the languages of Pakistan. Like, this has gone national level. This has gone national, international level. People are using it and on very sad Bollywood music. And it's like really sad, where the lyrics are like, you have taken my heart out. You have taken my kidney out, my liver out. I will miss you. Like that level. And people have gotten attached to this character. Like, and the TikToks have edits of different moments. Like she's coming out with her suitcase out of a tuk-tuk. She's smoking a cigarette. And like, I mean, I don't even understand now. I don't even understand my country anymore. I don't even know what is happening right now. So like the latest is that, yes, she's right here still. She hasn't boarded the plane, but But apparently, according to TikTok, like the people in the hood, they're kind of sad right now. I don't know if she's gone, and they're saying we'll miss our sister-in-law. Yeah, so like that's the latest. She's still here, but I haven't seen any footage of her board a plane or anything. And she's got 100,000 rupees, which is under $300. So, yeah, I don't know what's up now. That's the update. One question that I've been getting a lot because of this entire case where this black lady has landed in Pakistan is that how are black people viewed in Pakistan? So I'll try to explain and give you context into all of this. There is not a definitive yes or no answer over here. So I want to give you some more in-depth into this. How are they viewed amongst the... One thing which I want to just add over here, nobody's going to be hostile to you. That is not in our culture. The overt racist hostility, that does not happen, at least in Pakistan. That is one thing which I want to completely clarify. The older generation does have a sense of colonial hangover, a white complex, as they say, because we were formerly colonized by the British. So their beauty standards are all that like, oh, if you're more fairer, you have more privilege, you are more beautiful. That bullshit still does happen. And if you look at like the mass media over there, the idea of what is beautiful is definitely someone who's much fairer. And so if you look at our soap operas and our television and our movies, the actors and actresses and the models will always be like a definitely like much more fairer shade. But there is a but. So what happened was when the war on terror broke out, and this is like the post 9/11 years, everyone left Pakistan alone, and Pakistanis felt this deep sense of isolation. It was like we were punished, but we weren't. Out of all the hijackers and everything, not one person was Pakistani, but except there was one man which they found in Pakistan. But point being, and that point being, like what I want to say is like the entire country was punished for it, and it was like we felt this sense of that, like the entire world just left us. And instead, like America made these like really, really racist shows like Homeland, where we were just all stereotyped as being these crazy like people with some weird ass views about the world. And like it just felt very isolating. Nobody came here. There were years like not one person from like abroad came. Our most popular game is cricket. All of the international teams, all of them stopped coming here. It was a very sad time and a very dark time in Pakistan's history, and a lot of Pakistan, and every Pakistani felt it. Every Pakistani felt punished, and we're like the fourth or the fifth most populous country in the world, and everyone just felt as if we were all of us, all 250, 300 million of us were just feeling the brunt of it. But in reality, and this is not me just putting words in all of your mouths and everything, you can see the clips over here. Pakistanis overall, as people, we are very hospitable, and it is something which is imbibed within our DNA. Now, coming down to like the further part of the conversation, the first teams that started to come to play in Pakistan, and the first international cricket teams that started to play were all from black countries. So this number one was Zimbabwe. Number two was the West Indies, and the West Indies is like a collection of countries from the Caribbean, which is like Barbados, Antigua, Trinidad and Tobago, and then obviously it's our neighbors Sri Lanka, who are definitely of a much darker shade than us. So Pakistanis, we suddenly had this conversation on race then. So, and a lot of Pakistanis have a very deep respect for black people now, very deep, and they don't care where you're from or not, but it's just black people. Because it was because of them that a game that was so beloved to all of us, because of them that teams started coming back. The white countries like the UK, New Zealand, Australia did not come. They were very happy to not come and play over here. They were because we're actually a good cricketing nation. We're actually seen as a very big cricketing powerhouse. So isolating us was kind of also seen as tactical, because they're like, oh yeah, it's going to cripple them. And so like the white teams were like, yeah, we're never going to come play over there. But it was the teams from all these black countries that started coming over here. And they came back to back. And many years later, it was the countries like Australia that they started playing here. So Pakistanis have a very deep sense of respect, and also a sort of like this debt where they feel like all the people that come from black countries, that we have to treat them with extra care. We have to be extra nice to them, because it's because of them that during those dark times, when the world isolated us and left us, it's because of them that people have started coming back to Pakistan. So one thing you're going to see over here, and you see in all the footage over here, Onijah, despite being like the crackpot, the complete batshit madness New York auntie that she's being over here, despite that, the people are treating her like a queen. They are treating her like a queen, because a lot of them, whether it's conscious or subconscious, they know it at the back of their head. Is there that, no man, her people, it's people from that part of the world. It's because of them that people have started coming back over here. So it's there in their head. So if I would say, how do people in Pakistan view black people? I think there's a lot of respect for them, and they will not treat them differently. They will not treat them differently. And it's also a generation thing. Probably the older generation, again, like I said, nobody's going to be overtly hostile. That is not in our culture. And hospitality is a very big thing over here. So I would never want to outwardly treat someone wrong. The older generation, probably like this kid's mom, will probably not want to. But the younger generation is the one that's seen the isolation years. They will all treat them very well. So yeah, that's how Pakistan treats black people. And in fact, most people in Pakistan are pretty chill, as opposed to our neighbors. There's tons of YouTube videos out there. You can go look them up and see, like, how's the black man or black woman's experience in said country. You will have your answer over there. So in Pakistan, yeah, we're pretty chill with them. Pretty good with everyone, to be honest. So what is our American daughter-in-law up to today? But before I get into that, I am so happy. That TikTok was not banned in the United States. I mean, this is actually the first time when I feel like people over there are listening, or actually want to listen to something about my country. And thank you, Onijah. For dropping in, because it gives me the opportunity to talk about this. And just for context, I don't post much on TikTok. This was probably like the first time where I actually just posted something, because I felt like there was so much discourse happening around it, but people were lost in translation. And I was like, wait, I speak the language. And I was like, I'll just put it out. And now I love the fact that all of you over here are so invested in this, and you want to know about my country. Anyhow, so what has Onijah been up to today? What has she been up to today? Onijah was actually admitted at a psychiatry facility. And when she went over there, they were having her test done and everything, but then she created a huge ruckus. And first of all, I want you to think what she created a huge ruckus about. She wanted, wait for it, she wanted 1 kg of fresh fish. And then once they got her fresh fish, she started complaining. She was like, it is not spicy enough. It is not saucy enough. This woman, you can't make this up. After her tests were done and everything, then I think she got into a rickshaw. And she was like, you know what? I'm an independent woman now. I don't need no man. I don't need no Ahmed. I don't need no Chipa, nothing. And she got into a rickshaw with her giant blue suitcase. And I think she was in a zebra suit or something. And she was like, I'm going to figure it out myself. I don't need no man. And I think then she got lost. And when she got lost, then someone just came up to her and he was like, hey, do you need something? Are you okay? Because in Pakistan, we feel protective. Of foreigners. If someone's over here, and 10 people will line up to come and help you. And obviously she looked a bit lost, and someone was asking her, and that's what the video came out. He's like, do you need something? Are you okay? He's like, I want Chippa. Chippa better come and get me. Now, Chippa is the humanitarian, if you've been following along. So see, lesson learned, girls, ladies. A young guy like Ahmed will not take care of you. He's going to ghost you the minute you show up at his doorstep. You need a Chipa, a humanitarian in your life, old, salt and pepper, someone who will take care of you. And the thing is, Onijah, you were so badly behaved to him. That man was ready to feed you the entire McDonald's menu, everything. He's like, whatever you want. I'm taking care of you. You're my sister. And you told him to shut up. You're like, shut up. So you know what he did? He was like, you know what? He was done with this shit. And, but because he's a humanitarian, because he has a good heart, he came, he found her, he got her back, and she was now at the Chipa headquarters. and he was taking care of her over there. Someone got her some fried corn, popcorn. She even had her. She was having her makeup done again. So yeah, Onijah is still in Pakistan. She's still safe. And now some important details, which I'm just finding out today. Woman has been in the country since October. Since October, she's been in the country. And the news, actually, I'll tell you how it broke. The news broke because her visa was about to expire or had expired, and she was camping out on the third floor of the airport for a week. For a week, because she did not want to leave. So all the footage that you're seeing of her leaving and the airport and playing like tag and everything, it was from there. So like the thing was, her visa had expired. Someone had gotten her to the airport. She was camping at the airport because she did not want to leave. So the security was like, hey, go. And she's like, no, I don't want to go. And like, go, and I don't want to go. And she just kept on coming back. So what happened was then the governor of our province, this made it there. The governor of our province stepped in and he was like, you know what? We are going to give her a humanitarian visa for this person. So like he gave her a humanitarian visa, and her visa now expires on the 11th of February. So guys, stay tuned. 11th of February, like, our daughter and our sister, Onijah, our beloved Onijah, the queen of the hood, the princess of the hood, is in Pakistan till then. So yeah, stay tuned. Don't think she's gonna leave. I mean, if she's not gonna get Ahmed, I think she might even make a compromise with Mr. Chipa. And if not Chipa, the line is long. And I think there's a lot of people ready over here. So yeah, that's the update from today. Onijah is still in town. Lady Onijah has managed to do for Pakistan what thousands of dollars of PR was not able to do. Allow me to explain this. Pakistan has an image problem, a reputation problem. It's the post 9/11 years, the war on terror. We were all stereotyped as being terrorists, and Pakistan also has blame for it because it was hiding one person over here also. But again, one problem over here is, which I want to highlight, is that people mostly in America and most of the world, but specifically in America, have this big problem where they cannot differentiate between a government and its policies and the rest of the population. Like majority people over here in Pakistan understand that America is a big country. There's 350 million people that probably live in America, but all of America is not similar to its government and its policies. But in America, it doesn't work that way. So like if the government says that, like someone is just shouting over there, they're like, yeah, Pakistan, bad guys, and these terrorists and everything. So majority Americans will think that all of us are like that. And that is a problem. And that is what we were working against. So what happened was, like, it was, I think in the mid 2010s, our government was like, you know what, we're going to go on this PR thing. And they started hiring these Instagram bloggers on these paid PR trips. And now I'll tell you what went wrong over here. There are two things that specifically went wrong over here. And this is where Onijah got it right. And I feel like it was divine. She was divinely sent to Pakistan. She was divinely sent to Pakistan to do the Lord's work, to do the work that none of these people were able to do. So all of these bloggers, majority of them, and they're very big. You'll probably know them. I don't want to call anyone on down. You can just search them up. These were people who they came over here and they pissed the local population off. They pissed us all off. I'll tell you what went wrong. The majority one, all of them were white. It's not like we have any issue with white people. No, I'm getting down to that. These people, one thing that Pakistan has is a colonial hangover. And by colonial hangover, because we were formerly colonized by the British, people up in the government, the elder population, has this complex where they want to be close to whiteness, where they need the white man's validation. So they obviously hired the white bloggers, all of them. And what pissed the local population was off was the fact that these people got access to parts of the country where even us locals could not get access to. And we were like, excuse me, like, why does this person from Romania, Poland, or like, I don't even know, who probably just has a lot of followers, but why does this person have access to this part of the country, which I've never been able to go to? Or this man from Arizona, like, why? So people started questioning that, and they started commenting that, one. And number two, a lot of these bloggers would come and work in conjunction with us, with someone like me who has been working in travel, tourism over here on the ground and speaks your language, the colonizer's language also. So I can call you out in your language also. so they used to work in conjunction with us because we're the people who put the country on the map in the first place. So they used to come and hang out with us. We used to show them the places. But it started pissing us off. You know why? Because they would never credit us. They would never credit us. They would never tell the people that, hey, you know what? I hung out with Bilal and Bilal showed me this part of town and everything, and shout out to Bilal. They would never use their privilege. They would never use their privilege to amplify the voices of a person of color like me, someone like me who lives here and puts my country on the map. They would never do that. They would instead be like, yeah, I discovered this place. I did this place. I. And you know what? Bitch, I speak the language. I'm going to call you out. I'm going to call you out. I speak your language. And you know what they did? They started blocking us. But you know what? It just pissed the local population off. So now what happened was, after this wave, now whenever any, specifically like a white blogger would come in and they'd start doing this, you know, this whole charade of, I love Pakistan, I love Pakistani people, I love the food. So, and it's like a very cliche script. People will start commenting. They're like, paid blogger. They have a script. And, you know, because of this, what happened was a lot of us locals would stop hanging out with them. Like whenever they'd message us, I was like, I don't want to hang out with them. I was like, probably as a paid blogger, this person will probably like go like hang out with Pakistanis, will want to show up Pakistan and everything. But they're here for the clout. They're here for the clout because they're going to say the same script. They're going to get clout because Pakistan is a beautiful country and you will get clout for it. But will they amplify my voice? Will they want to listen to me as the Pakistani about Pakistan? No. And so you know what happened was there's a term that has come out. A term has come out in Pakistan which is called Sasta Gora. Sasta Gora means cheap white person. Cheap white person. And that is the last thing you want to be called as a tourist in Pakistan. They're like cheap white person. That means this white person, this white blogger is over here and this person is cheap as fuck. They're here to mooch off of us. They want the free trip. They want the free clout, but they don't want to give us anything. They don't even want to share the clout. They don't even want to say thank you. They are assholes. And you know what Onijah has done over here? Onijah was not even hired by anyone. She was not hired by anyone. She just came. And she was just being her batshit crazy self. But you know what happened was our people were nice. Because we are nice people. And it happened in the eyes of the world. The world saw this and the world is seeing it. And I'm reading all the comments. And you know why? This is why Mark Zingerberger wants to shut this app down, because the algorithm works. I've received comments from people over here from places like Trinidad and Tobago, Guyana, Bahamas, Barbados, Ethiopia, Zimbabwe, the United States. And if I missed you, please drop a comment. The algorithm here works. The algorithm, I'm going all on a tangent, but the algorithm works. And this is why Instagram sucks. Because people over here are listening. And for once, I'm happy. I'm happy that people are seeing us for how we are. I don't know why I'm getting a bit emotional over here. But yeah, this is what I wanted to explain. Like, Onijah has done for Pakistan what no one has been able to do in years. Yeah, I have no words after this. I found out what filter Onijah was using. I can't. She was using she was using a Nicki Minaj filter. A Nicki Minaj filter with the blonde wig and blonde hair. That is what she was talking with to this guy. You can't make this up. You can't make this up. Onijah, Onika, you need to step in. You need to step in now. She was talking to this kid with the Nicki Minaj filter. I can't. And this kid did not even know. This kid is like, imagine how simple this kid is. He's an 18-year-old kid. I mean, to 18-year-olds, probably Nicki Minaj now isn't relevant. She's old now. So, but like, he could not even recognize her. He was like, yeah, beautiful, man. Beautiful, come to Karachi. Nicki, come marry me. My God. So we found out also the hotel where she's checked in, and the hotel is called the Handsome Hotel. Like, Nicki Minaj filter, Handsome Hotel. Oh my God. And she was talking to a reporter today, and the reporter, like, he got annoyed. I think this is the first time I've seen someone get annoyed because she was not answering questions correctly. You know what he calls her? He's like, Ajib, Biden ki beti. He's like, what does she think of herself? Is she Biden's daughter? Biden's daughter, excuse me, she thinks she's Melania Trump. She's Barron daughter's sister. She thinks like she's come with, where is my suitcase? Excuse me, I want my suitcase. If Onijah coming to Pakistan was the best thing for Pakistan's PR, had this been a Pakistani woman who probably wore a scarf and fell in love with a guy in America and gone to America, had a mental breakdown, that would have been the worst, the absolute worst thing for Pakistan's PR. And I need to talk about this, and let me explain. See, when Onijah came over here, one thing you will notice, and you notice this in all the videos and the clips and everything, is that Pakistanis dealt with her with empathy, kindness, and with kid gloves. Kid gloves, because we know it's a woman in love. She's the one who catfished, but still, she's a woman in love. We need to respect that. And at the same time, she's also not well. So we dealt with her with empathy and kindness. You see, there was this really sweet video, which I think I reposted it yesterday. She was in the hospital, and I think she was having a lucid phase, because I think she was medicated, and she was crying, because I think she was kind of realizing what was happening. And there were people all around her telling her, it's okay, we're here, you don't need to feel alone. And you know, that was really sweet. And that video was quite widely shared on social media over here. And the caption that the person had written over here was that, like, seeing her cry is just making me cry also, because she feels so alone. Now, the one thing which I want to add over here is that people over here, we have this sense of humanity and empathy, that we are empathizing with her. And one thing you're going to notice over here is that not one person has referred to her as a black woman. No. We talk to her as Miss, Madam, Lady. Like, it's very respectful. It's very respectful, despite the fact that she is saying absolute nonsense. Despite the fact, but still respectful. She's a guest in our country. We need to respect that. Now, had this been a Pakistani woman who probably wore a scarf, and she fell in love. Probably she was the one who catfished either also, but made it to America and had a mental breakdown. I'll tell you what would have happened. The minute the media would have had the story, the minute, they would not talk to her as Miss Madam Lady. No, she would have been a Muslim woman. That's how they would have referred to her as. They would have flashed her picture, flashed it everywhere, and they would have called her Muslim Pakistani woman. Came over here, and they probably would have had her visa, documents, and everything. They would have tried to find a way to say that she came in illegally first, because that's the story, that's the angle. She could have come in legally on a visa, but no, the media would have tried to first play around with that. Then, like, if that would have kind of not worked with, next thing they would have tried is to come for her identity. The Muslim woman, her headscarf, they would have picked on the headscarf. And God forbid the French would have gotten this story, then the headscarf would have been the only issue. But you know, the reality is just a woman in love. She's just in love, and she's a bit crazy, and they would have forgotten that. They would have completely forgotten that. That would not have been the story. And even if she was having a manic episode, somehow they would have tried to say, she said Allahu Akbar. And they would have tried to bring a terrorist angle. She did not say any of that. She probably never said any of that. But they would have tried to bring that in, because that's what sells. That's what will sell the story. Pakistani woman, Muslim woman in New York. She came for love, but she said Allahu Akbar. My God, the headlines. Clarissa Ward would have had that story. Christian Amanpour would have wanted to do that story. The top journalist, the top white female journalist would have been fighting to get that story. But at the same time, they would have forgotten. They would have forgotten what it's all about. They would have forgotten that this is just a story about a woman who fell in love with someone online. She was catfishing him, but it's just love. It's just love, and it's just crazy love. A bit crazy love. They would have forgotten that. And the public opinion would have wanted blood. They would have loved this. They're like, yeah, that Muslim woman, oh my God, she's a threat to national security. All of this stuff would have happened. They would have had mics in people's faces. What do you think about this woman? What do you think about her? And they'd be like, yeah, send her back home. Oh no, send her to jail. And what are people saying over here? Like the public, they're like, no man, like I hope we take care of her safely. I hope we get her back home safely. If she doesn't want to go, we can't force her. She's a guest at the end of the day. If she wants to stay, she'll stay. We'll braid her hair. We'll make her eyebrows. We'll get her food. If she wants 1 kilo of fish, we'll get her 1 kilo of fish. Over there, would that have happened? We all know that would not have happened. And that is the conversation that I want to have over here. I've been to America many times. Numerous times. I've been to America numerous times. Both my siblings live there. And I love going there. But the feeling that you have as being an other, especially with the security apparatus, where I know they're looking at me differently. I'm an educated person. I'm a doctor. I'm a doctor by profession and education. I have 2 masters. I run a very successful page. I'm a very respected member of society over here. But how the security apparatus will talk to me, how they will look at me. The first time I went to America, the first time I went, it was, I think, under the Obama years. And this was my first impression of the country. I was sent for secondary security screening. And I sat in there for 8 hours. 8 hours. Because somehow they needed some security clearance. Without that, I could not go outside. And I just sat there, and nobody would tell me anything about, like, what is happening with me, what is not happening, why am I here. My sister was outside. She'd gone through immigration. They would not even let me tell her that, at least, okay, I'm okay. I'll come out in a bit, Marine, but I'm okay. I think they just need to verify some stuff. And in that room, they have people who are just convicts coming in. And it was the early Obama years, so everyone over there was just Muslim or kind of just looked like me. And it was quite traumatic, to be honest. It's quite traumatic, to be honest. So yeah, like, I really wonder what would have happened, like, if this was a Pakistani woman who probably wore a hijab, who probably wore a scarf, was having a manic episode, and she just landed in America just for love, despite being the catfishy, but just landed there. Would people have treated her the same? Like, over here, we're trying our best to send her back in one piece, to send her back happy, to send her back healthy. In America, would she have been given medical care? Would there be anyone who would have worried that, this person is maybe having a manic episode, maybe she needs medications? No, man, they probably would have been, oh, is she on Medicare? Is she on Medicaid? What insurance plan does she have? Oh my God, if I call an ambulance, it's going to cost that much dollar or that much. We're not even worrying about that over here. We'll pay. She just needs to be okay, because human life is precious. Human life is special, and we value it. But over there, it's just a commodity, and you feel like a burden, and like everyone has a price over there. And that's what I wonder. And I wonder how would it have ended? Like, over here, like, we are trying to send her back healthy. Over there, I think she probably would have had a knee on her neck. She would have probably been dead by now, or maybe in a CIA black site or something, and never to be seen again. I'm sorry if this is morbid, but I really wanted to take the opportunity to talk about this and show the dichotomy of the situation, how things would have played out if it was the other way. Because at the end of the day, this is just a woman in love. She's just in love, and love brought her across the 7 seas over here. Even if she's a bit crazy, we can take care of crazy. Would you have seen it the same way over there? Because I feel like we are so dehumanized and demonized in the media, that the idea that, a Pakistani woman too, a hijab wearing woman, maybe she can also fall in love. She also has dreams. She also has hopes. She can also fall in love across the 7 seas. Would you have been able to comprehend that? Or would you just see her as oppressed, extreme, terrorist? Ask yourself that. Wait, here are some facts about this case which are driving me insane. And the fact that these things just don't add up. Like, I need answers. One thing, she's been here since October. It's February now. The case only broke in like the past 3-4 days. It broke. And it only broke because her visa had kind of expired. She was camping out in the airport, and then the government gave her a humanitarian visa. And then she went back to the apartment camping, and then she was playing tag with Chipa. And that's when the news broke. And that's when like the media got a grip of this. But this woman has been here since October. Since October, she's been here. My question is, where was she staying all along? And my question is, like, which I feel like her and Ahmed had met much earlier. He kind of, I think, maybe left her more recently or abandoned her recently. I have a feeling if she came in October, maybe October, November, December, January, like, I feel like things might have been going okay. I feel like, because, nobody knew anything about her. She didn't exist for all we cared. And also, I feel like the people in the apartment complex knew about her. Like, something went wrong. Something went wrong later on in January. that she ended up at the airport. And like I'm thinking, I'm just thinking, okay, fine, this woman, her son does say that she has bipolar disorder, but from October, November, December, January, for all we care, she could have probably been normal. She probably could have like been lucid. Normal is the wrong word, lucid, and could have just been happy with her family over here, with her husband. And something probably happened because of which he left her at the airport. Because the clips of Ahmed that are coming out is that, yes, I met her at the airport and then I left her. Stuff is not adding up. Stuff is not adding up. And another thing that she keeps on saying, like that she said in her press conference, is that Ahmed and we will have our baby. We will move to Dubai. Is she really pregnant? Because yeah, the medical reports haven't mentioned anything. But is she really pregnant? Whose baby is it? Like, I want to know. I want to know what happened. This woman's been here 5 months. Where was she staying? Like, and for 5 months, why did the news not break out? I think she was happy. I don't think she was having a manic episode then. Because if she was having a manic episode back then, because Karachi is very close knit, and this area that she was staying in is a very close knit community, and a lot of people know there. Everyone knows one another over there. If something would have happened, if she was having this episode or something, for 5 months, it would have broken. Someone would have found out. It only broke right now. Like, I feel like he abandoned her recently, and this probably triggered something because of which she went manic. Because, like, it's not adding up. It's not adding up. It's not making sense. Another interesting detail is that, which I'm seeing, is that she finds a lot of comfort in this one police officer. Her name is Shabana. She calls her Shabana. Shabana is her best friend. So when the media, I feel like when the media prods her and asks her too many questions, she gets really nervous. So Shabana, she's like, Shabana, will you take this? Will you take this? And then Shabana answers for her. Shabana is the person she trusts. Another interesting thing is, like, everyone's seen her green clothes. She's wearing these green clothes. So that's like an interesting detail. Like, a follower told me about that, was basically her mom gave those clothes to her because she saw that she was in distress at the airport. She had been left at the airport. Her visa had expired. She was apparently camping and staying there for a week. And then the governor stepped in and gave her a humanitarian visa. And her mother basically was a guard at the airport. And she saw that this woman looked disheveled and a bit, like, she looked like she was in distress. So she got her those clothes. She got, like, a guard at the airport, a female guard at the airport, got her those green clothes that she was wearing. So these are little details that are coming there. So guys, what do you think? What do you guys think? Do you guys think, like, for 5 months, where was she? I think she was happy. I think something happened recently. And, like, the details that are coming out, like, I feel like Ahmed and her could have been happy. Yes, given there is an age gap. He's probably 18, 19. She's apparently 33. But I feel like she was happy. And I feel like the community likes her also. I feel like because she has friends there. Those people are comfortable with her. They know her. She's like a part of the community. This didn't happen in 3-4 days. You don't just become a part of the community like this. It's not adding up. I need more details. I've been creating content for like well over 6 to 7 years, like professionally, properly. And I make like travel content and journalistic content. Never in my wildest dreams did I think I would go truly international, global domination because of one woman who came to Karachi in search of love. Onijah, my love. I owe you a debt. Because of Onijah, I was on the shade room. I woke up at 6 in the morning today, and when I woke up, it was very early. I told my sister and this cousin of mine, I was like, I didn't know about the shade room. I didn't know what it was. But when I told my sister and my cousin, they're like, what? You are going to be on the shade room? What? They're like Megan Thee Stallion, these people, Kendrick Lamar, Lamar Odom, and it was like the Kardashian expose and Nicki Minaj. They're saying so many things. They're like, all of this stuff happened there. They're like, the shade room is legit. It is serious. They're like, Bilal, you have made it. So yeah, I was in the shade room. That was wild, and that happened. And so yeah, the thing is, like, what has our daughter-in-law been up to? Look, man, she's launched a Bitcoin now. She's legit. And I don't think she is leaving. Her visa is due to expire on the 11th, but I don't think she's leaving. And as far as her pregnancy report goes, the sonogram results are here. And I am happy to report that Sister Onijah is not pregnant. But Onijah insists. She insists that is a baby. That is a baby. That is a fetus. That is life inside this tummy. There is something which is not a Big Mac or a McChicken or 2 apple pies. She says she insists it's a baby. She insists. So she says that she's probably going to get another test done to confirm, to double check. So until then, we have to see. One thing that did happen was that her hemoglobin was very down. It was 4, and she was anemic. So I think she had to be transfused. After that, she was then twerking in the wards. Everyone's seen the video. She was teaching some of the people in the wards some moves. She's literally living it up over here. And I don't think she's going to leave because she has a line of men. And and it's different men. It's different men every day. Different men every day. There's one video of her where there's a young doctor who's taking out her blood, and she's being all coy. She's like, oh no. And he's also smiling. He's liking the attention. And then today she introduced her bodyguard. She's like, yeah, this is my bodyguard. He will be paid 100K. Girl, who is paying? Who is paying him 100K? I want to know who's paying him. And then then she has the tea boys. She has the biryani boys. She likes them young. She likes them young. And Shipa, we haven't seen Shipa much in the picture, but one person we see in the picture now, and the twist in the tail is Shabana. Shabana had a blow dry done. Shabana's also gone blonde now. I have a feeling they went together. They hung out together. They had some girlfriend time. The twist that could happen is that no Ahmed, no Chipa, no medical boy. Shabana and Onijah, that would be the twist. That would be the twist. She takes Shabana. Everyone buy Shabana and Onijah. Shabana and Onijah. So yeah, she launched her Bitcoin. I don't remember the name. It was a very long name. I think it was her TikTok handle. But she has many TikTok accounts. So I've lost track of them. And the official thing that I heard was that she's due to be discharged today or tomorrow. And then she's going to be handed over to the American consulate. This was on the news. So I'm just telling you what the news. And she's due to be handed over to the American consulate. Her visa expires on the 11th of February. Will she go? Will she not go? That's anyone's guess. Because in the recent interview where she's wearing this flowery thing and this green hijab, she's like, no, I'm Pakistani. She was still saying I'm Pakistani when she announced her Bitcoin. She's like, I'm not leaving, and it's private against my religion. That's how she ends every conversation. So yeah, this is wild. And also, one thing which, guys, I want to say thank you to everyone who's dropped by, because as a kid, I'm a very nerdy kid. Was a nerdy kid, now I'm a man. So grown ass man. I learned all the capitals of the world. I learned all the capitals of the world. And now when I see all of you drop by over here, you're like South Sudan here. I was like, yes, Juba. Then you're like Guyana. I was like, yes, Georgetown. Then there's St. Lucia. I was like, yeah, Castries, Soufriere. So these little things. And I love it when people come and tell their country. And so don't mind if I geek out and I just go because I get excited. That's a little child in me. I was like, yes, I remember the capital's name. So guys, until next time, our daughter-in-law is still in town. And for now, she hasn't been handed over to the consulate. When she does, I will let you know. Anyhow, take care. Good night. What's up, Ahmed? What's up? Are you ready to get catfish? This was the filter. This was the filter. I look like a Japanese James Charles, Japanese version James Charles. What's good, Miley? What's good, Miley? Guys, with a heavy heart, I have to report that our daughter-in-law, that Pakistan's daughter-in-law, who's had us by a chokehold for the last 4 days, 5 days, maybe 6 months, we don't know for sure, has left Pakistan. And when she left Pakistan, she was making a clip with like this, like how I have the camera right now. And she was talking something, and she's like, I'm finally leaving. Everyone's been very nice over here and all that stuff. But one important detail she said, she's like, I'm gonna see you soon. I'm gonna see you soon. When? on the 11/11. Now, is she saying like the 11th of this month or at 11 a.m.? That means she's already there. So guys in New York, those guys who are there on the ground in Brooklyn, guys, confirm. Has she made it? Has she not made it? I want to know. Because, there are so many missing details over here that I want someone to fill in. I need closure from this story. One detail which like she was, there's another clip where she was talking about like, what did you like in Pakistan? And she knew names of like very intricate and very, foods that you would get in like your mom would cook for you. This is stuff you don't get at the restaurant. Like this woman, she knew what chicken kadai was, she knew what dal chawal was, she knew what keema was, she knew what parathas was, she knew different types of chais. She's like, oh, elaichi chai or sugar chai with chini ke baghair, biryani with aloo, without aloo. This woman knew stuff. This didn't happen in 3-4 days. She's been at someone's house. Like, guys, like, I'm telling you the questions you need to ask. The Shade Room, TMZ, whoever gets that interview, ask her all of this. Ask her, how do you know about the food? Who was feeding you all this food? And I ask her, where was she staying all this time? And ask her, what happened in the last week when things just went sour? She's been here since October, guys. She's been here since October. And like on the last moments, I'm sure all of you want to know who was there by her side. Who was there to drop her to the airport? Who was there? Guess. I want you to guess. Shabana was there. Shabana was there with a fresh blow dry. And Shabana was there by her side. And she hugged her. And Shabana was like, hoping she would go like, come, my dear. Come with me to America. But she was like, bye. I'm going. And it was so interesting. Like I think she went by Emirates. That was the airline she went by. So I'm giving you material to confirm like if she's made it or not made it. I think she's probably made it by now, because yesterday what the news was that like once she was discharged from the hospital, she would be handed over to the American consulate, and the American consulate would be sending her back. And that is what happened. So yeah, Sister Onijah, our daughter-in-law, our love, someone who's had us gripped in this drama, is no more in Pakistan. So to the correspondents in New York, correspondents in Brooklyn, over to you, because we'd like to know what happened. And another thing over here, one thing that you can see over here, I'm going to show you this to you later. This is my painting collection. Every country that I go to, I buy a painting from there and I add it to my wall. I've been so far to 34 countries. So what you can see behind me, there's Panama, there's Turkey, there's Sri Lanka, there's Pakistan, there's Bahrain, the Maldives. I'll do another video. I'll show you. I'll take you around the world on this. Anyhow, it's been great, guys. And I will see you very soon with, I don't know what now. But I'll show you around Pakistan. I'll take you around Pakistan. Anyhow, take care. Goodbye. My favorite thing about this whole Onijah saga is the fact that Pakistan won Black History Month. We won Black History Month. We won Black History Month more than America did. Like, it doesn't make sense. And I found out that February is Black History Month. But the way my people came together for this one woman, Pakistan won Black History Month in 2025. More than America will ever win in its entire history. We won Black History Month. And I will not let anyone take this away from us. Guys, I have breaking news. I was about to sleep, like with my Buzz Lightyear sleeping mask. But I have breaking news. Sister Onijah is in Dubai. She is in Dubai. She did not go to America. There's like a video of her circulating and she's like, she's smoking and she's hanging out in immigrant neighborhoods with Pakistanis, and they all know her and they're all saying hi, and she's repeating all the things, and they're like, oh, what were you saying? She's like, yeah, respect for the law, respect. She's smiling. She knows what she's doing. She's making a brand. I would not be surprised if she comes out with a t-shirt, respect for the law, respect for the law, respect for Allah, respect for the Allah. I don't know what is up. She was even taking the metro train. Like, but I hope she doesn't pull the Pakistan shit in Dubai, because Dubai has no chill regarding that. So yeah, I just thought I'd give you guys the update. Sister Onijah is in Dubai. If anyone is in Dubai, Dubai correspondent, reporters, find her, see what she's up to in Dubai, because she's not in America right now. I feel like when she said 11/11, I think on the 11th, or I don't know what is 11/11. What does that mean? When is she getting to America? What is she doing in Dubai? One question which a lot of you have been asking post Onijah, not post Onijah, we still have Onijah right now, the drama is still happening, is what do I think of America? Have I been to America or not? So yes, I've been to America, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to break down each place, each city I've been to, and I'll tell you what I thought about each of them. So let's start off with San Francisco, number one. Beautiful city. I think it's one of the most beautiful cities in America. Like the setting, the sea, everything is great, but at the same time, it's also very, very depressing. My brother lives there, so I go there quite often. It doesn't make sense that this is where like big tech and all of this stuff has some of the highest land values in America. Houses are so expensive, but at the same time, this is where I've seen people shoot up on the street. I've seen people shit on the street. I've seen a lot of times people just get CPR on the street, and it has a very big drug and a very big homelessness problem. It's probably the only big city in America where I've actually felt unsafe. You could be walking by some of the most beautiful neighborhoods in America, one block, and like next block, it could feel like the zombie apocalypse. That's what it literally feels like. And yeah, you just feel really unsafe. So that's San Francisco. Number two, Los Angeles. Los Angeles, I went to give a talk over there. Because I was a guest and I went to give the talk, so I had the whole celebrity experience. So yeah, I went to work out at the Equinox gym. Shawn Mendes works out over there. There was like some celebs over there and everyone was like, the LA etiquette is not to acknowledge them. It's beautiful. It's beautiful, and yeah, you can understand why this is like kind of like the city of dreams where people come to become actors, but at the same time, it also feels very fake. Because again, like when I went there to give a talk, I felt like people are being nice to me because I have clout, and they're like, oh, I've had clout before also through Instagram. So it's like, oh yeah, they're just trying to get clout, but like they don't really want to talk to you. They don't really want to know me on a deeper level. And I felt like everyone in Los Angeles was like that, very superficial, very on the surface. And at the same time, one thing which which I find weird about Los Angeles is, although it is the second largest city in America, it doesn't feel like one big city. It feels like a collection of many small cities, which kind of just make this sprawl. And traffic is bad. Traffic is bad. I like walking. In Los Angeles. Yeah, walking is not a thing. So done with that. Next, I come down to Texas. I've been to Houston. It was the first city I went to in America. George W. Bush International. That's where I landed. I did not like Houston. It feels like one big highway, one big freeway. Food is very good. And Houston, I'll tell you why I didn't like it, because it doesn't feel like it has much culture. It's like a large city, and at the same time, it's also like the Pakistani community that lives in Houston. They are the Pakistanis who've lived many years in the Middle East, in the Arab world. And I'm not shitting on the Middle East or Arab world. Let me get to that. These are people who lived in a very different Middle East, like pre the current reforms. So they're very Arabized and very religious. And these are the Pakistanis that then come to Houston and that they settle over there. So, I mean, I do not click with them on a mental, spiritual, religious level. They're always just preaching. And so, like, I was like, guys, just chill down. So, yeah, Houston, no. Pass. Okay, next I'll come down to Philadelphia. I really like Philadelphia. I really like it. It's gritty, but the city has soul. It feels like a real city. It feels like an actual, legit, real city. I call it Diet New York. It feels like New York-ish, but it's also small and manageable, and you can walk around. It feels like a large city, but it's not that large. You can easily get around. Yes, you do sometimes feel a bit unsafe. It does have the same homelessness, drug-ish problem as San Francisco. But I still like it. It feels very real. and there's a lot of culture over there. Okay, next. New York City. I love New York City. It's my favorite city in America. The first time I went to New York, I went in the middle of summer, June, July. It was hot. It was humid. There was a lot of people over there, and I did the most stupid thing. I stayed at a hotel in the middle of Times Square, really expensive place. I did the typical classic stupid tourist thing, and I hated the city. I hated it. But this time around, my sisters moved over there. So I kind of have a base over there. So I went during Christmas time. It was beautiful. And initially people were like, no, it's overhyped. I was like, nah, I get it. I get the hype. I loved everything about it. I love the lights, the Christmas trees, the over corporateness of everything. I did not mind it. The Mariah blasting from everywhere, the ice rink. I was like, yeah, this is magical. I will gladly pay $20 for this mediocre hot chocolate, but I'm happy. I don't know, you just feel really happy during that time. So I love New York. I explored, and each borough, each neighborhood, each street in that city has character and has a different story to tell. And I feel like I haven't even scratched the surface of it. And I love food. I am a foodie. So Queens, that place. I mean, you could travel across the world over there, and in food, you could try. Like, I started off the day with shout out to my people in Trinidad. I went for some doubles, shark and bake. Then we ended up at a Thai restaurant. Then we ended up at a Korean restaurant where we had some Korean shaved ice. And then somehow, I don't know, I ended up at a place that was from Guyana. I came back the next day for some sushi, pizza. Long story short, I love New York, and the art scene, the fashion scene, the food. It is honestly the greatest city in the world. And I've been to London, so this will be a discussion for another time. Okay, next, Delaware. It's probably the most random state in America. My cousin was getting married in Delaware. They said it's tax free, you can shop over there. I was like, yeah, but there's nothing in the malls. What am I going to get over there? It was I felt like there were more animals over there, more green space. I was like, where are the people? What is happening over here? I think, yeah, the most famous thing is Biden. Everything is named after Biden. Like, even when you pass, you go from, like, I think New York on the bus, on the Greyhound, you stop at Biden Center. So yeah, that's probably like the most famous thing out of there. And Alzheimer's, Biden, whatever. Yeah. And then next is Florida. I've been to Orlando. Orlando's fun. It's fun. But yeah, if you're not careful, you'll spend all your money over there because there's a lot of stuff to do over there. Florida people are interesting. They're a bit kooky. Yeah, and they have an interesting sense of humor, and you don't know what they're going to do next. I don't know what they're thinking in their head. So yeah, that's Florida. And where else have I been? I think that's it. But places which are on my list, which I really, really, really want to do, is Chicago. Everyone said it's like a cleaner New York. That's what they say. But I really like New York as it is. I really want to do Seattle. Those are two. Which else? Colorado. Great mountains, hiking, and probably Alaska and Hawaii. I don't know in the middle. I haven't done the middle. So yeah, that's my breakdown of America and all the places I've been there. I did not expect season 2 of Keeping Up with the Onijahs to drop this fast. I did not. I was like, you know what? We're going to take a season break. I'm going to show you a bit of Pakistan, which I am showing you, and I will continue showing that also. And then I was like, maybe then we'll find out when she gets to America, then we'll find out what happened, the missing pieces. I did not expect Dubai to get in between. But she told us. She told us she's going to go to Dubai. She's going to have her baby, and she's going to set up her clothing business. And then her and her baby daddy, husband / whoever they're gonna move over there. She told us all of this. Now the thing is that what I'm looking at the video over there is that she specifically knows her audience. She knows her audience. Her audience is Pakistani men. She didn't just go to the Burj Khalifa. She didn't go to she didn't go to the Filipino neighborhood. She didn't go to the Emirati neighborhood. She didn't go to the Indian neighborhood or the Bangladeshi neighborhood. No. She specifically went to the Pakistani neighborhoods. And that is where people knew her. And she was walking around like it was like Beyonce on her world tour. And like she had like her entire entourage, like no entourage. There was no Shabana, there was no security guard. She was the star. She's just walking around happy, and there's the whole crowd. She has a new abaya. I think she went shopping. She went shopping. She wasn't wearing that in Pakistan, so maybe she got it from there. She has a new bag also, and she. What's interesting is I feel like she was lucid also. Like they were asking her to say stuff, and she was saying all of the stuff. She was like, "Oh, respect for the law, respect for like it's." This woman is smart. She is smarter than we think she is smart. I don't know what she's up to in Dubai. This is not a stopover or a layover. Like people are like, no, it's a stopover, layover. I mean, if it was a stopover, layover, she would probably just go see the Burj Khalifa, come back, or probably, I don't know. You don't just like get out of the plane and go for like a meet and greet and like a fan meetup. She literally just, I don't even know how long this meet and greet will end up. But I hope she doesn't start pulling all the stuff that she started pulling in Pakistan, all the bad behavior, all the, because Pakistan, we're patient. We're patient, and we treat guests with utmost care and love. And at the end of the day, she's a guest, blessing from above. Yes, Dubai is not like that. Dubai is not like that. They don't take shit. They don't chill around. They will, yeah. So I hope someone just either just send her back across the pond to Pakistan. We'll take care of her, or someone gets her on a plane back to America. Because this could get messy real soon. Season 2 could like literally have a very fast, abrupt ending. Onijah in jail or something. And then like we have to figure out a way to get our sister out of there and back to America, back to safety. So yeah, and like the update from Pakistan is that Pakistan's launched a special brand of chips. It's called With Her Face on it. But at the same time, she's wearing the Rasta colors. What Bob Marley wears on his head. Those colors, that cap, and it's called, wait for it, it's called American Popper. You know what that translates to? Translates to American crackers. So yeah, we have American crackers with Onijah's face on it. What is even happening? And the clothes that she was wearing, the green colored kurta, the one that if you were following along, the female security guard from the airport got her. So yeah, that fashion house was advertising it on their page today. They're like, get the look. OOTT, outfit of the day. I don't even know what is happening now. Guys, 11:11. I know what 11:11 is now. It is not a verse. It is not some hope or means hope or something. No, 11:11. She told us, I will appear at 11:11. 11:11 is the name of the club she's going to appear at in New York on the 15th. And at 10 p.m. There's an event invite going around on Instagram, and there's going to be DJs also over there. So guys, the team in New York, Onijah, and the event is called, wait for it, it's called the Princess of Pakistan. Pakistan's Princess, Onijah, live 10 p.m. at 11:11. 11:11 is the name of the club. Where? In New York. And it's on the 15th. So she's apparently going to appear over there. And she said it. She told us. She told us all these things. So guys, to the correspondents in New York, the team in New York, guys, I want live coverage. I want videos. I want to know what is happening at 11:11 on the 15th. At 10 p.m. There's a number also. It's like if you want to make your bookings and everything, it's legit. Like right after this video ends, I'm posting that clip and that graphic. Book your tickets. Go, please go. I want to know what is happening over there. This will be epic. Pakistan's Princess. We're handing her over to you. Guys, I am seriously, I just woke up right now and the first video that I saw, and I'm seriously just worried. I'm legitimately worried right now for sister. Because I just saw a video of her. I think she was being escorted off the plane. She was on the plane, but then she was being escorted and there was security over there. When there's security, it's never a good sign. And security in Dubai, these guys do not mess around. These guys, they're not as chill as us. They're not the type who will empathize. Like in Pakistan, chalo, at least we empathize. We're like, okay, but she's probably unwell. Treat her with care. Despite the fact that you look at us like that we're some backward nation or something. No, we have feelings. We have a lot of feelings actually. And we will actually just, look at you on a human level. We're like, what? No, okay, she's not okay. It's fine. Like if she wants a good cry, let her have a good cry. If she wants to eat, okay, let her eat. If she wants to, just keep her happy. kid gloves. Dubai and these people, they don't care. They don't care. They don't give a damn. Like, they won't even like just look at you and be like, oh my god, like why is she reacting this way? They'll just be like, jail now. So yeah, it's like yeah, man, it was fun and games for a while, but those fun and games is making me worried now. Like, I just want her to get back home, man. I want Pakistan's princess, the princess of Pakistan, just to land back home, come to her welcome party, enjoy, be happy. Yeah, I want her out of Dubai, man. I want her out of Dubai. It's not fun. Or send her back to Pakistan. We will take good care of her. We love her. And despite however she is, we love her. But yeah, man. It's not fun in games anymore. Onijah is not fun in games anymore. And like I saw a video like before the plane where I think she was threatening someone with a cigarette. She's like, I'm going to cut you up. I'm going to cut you up with this. You mess with me. But we don't know the other side. I don't know what the other guy was saying. I know the thing is like, I think like, and this is my inference, is that I guess there is this portrayal specifically of black women in the mass media, and I blame the American media for it, and we're all the ones who consume it, is this mass media that they're a bit crazy, they're a bit hot-headed, and you know, I feel like the Onijah case is a test case of this, where that stereotype is being perpetuated further. So, and that's the clip that is being shown. That is the clip that's being shown, and people are like, haha, lol, haha, another crazy black woman, and that's how they're looking at it. But you know, the thing in this whole narrative is that we never get to see the other side. For all we know, the guy behind the camera was probably inciting her. He probably said something that pissed her off, because of which she was like that. See, the thing is, we know she has mental health problems. We do know that. But we also need to remember this case is much more complex over here, where there's also this portrayal of a black woman on a worldwide audience now. On a worldwide audience that consumes American media, and they look at her from a very specific lens. You get what I'm saying? So, yes, to some it's shits and giggles, but it's also the perpetuation of one particular stereotype where they're just continuously just looking at her as, oh yeah, another crazy, angry black woman. So guys, you know, with that video where like she's like, I'm going to cut you up, and this like, we don't know what the guy was saying behind her, well, behind the lens. He could have been inciting her. He could have been in her face with a camera. He could have, and we know there's just lots of cameras in her face. Yeah, she likes the attention and everything, but we don't know what he was saying. So yeah, it's not shits and giggles anymore. I hope she gets back home now, and we get to see like happy images of her welcome party now. Yeah, Onijah, I hope you're okay. I hope you're okay. We're all praying for you now. You know, so what we all feared has most likely happened. Sister Onijah was disboarded from the plane, and she most likely faces up to 5 years of jail time. Up to 5 years of jail time. The show where she was supposed to promote 11/11 today, yeah, they apparently said that she did not show up, and she was apparently booked for it. There were DJs also. It was like apparently supposed to be a great welcome party. This is really worrying now, and like, I hope like the embassy, the consulate, someone from the government kind of steps in to get her back at least. Because, yeah, 5 years. You know, and this is exactly what I feared. Because in Pakistan, you know, we tried our best. We were like, you know, get on the plane and get back home. Don't take any detours in between. But she told us she's going to take a detour, and she went on her world tour, her fan meetup and everything, and then this is such a mess. And you know why I'm more scared of this, you know, and people are like, yo, Bilal, why do you make it about race, and you always just bring race in between? You know, I know how this world works. I'm a person of color. I know how people look at me in this world. I exactly know. Before I even open my mouth, I know they're looking at me as like a brown man. They have the terrorist thing going up in their head. They have backward person going in their head. Until I start schooling them in your language. Now we're talking. So the thing is, if this was a white blonde woman, a white blonde woman who was having a nervous breakdown, having a mental episode, a manic episode and everything, the dynamics even in Dubai would have been different. And I know people are not going to like me saying that, but the dynamics, even you and I, we all know the dynamics would have been different. She would not have gone to jail or anything. She would not even have been disbarred, disboarded or anything. No, none of that. We were like, please behave, woman, please behave. And she's like, no, you're hurting my feelings. You're hurting my feelings. All that would have happened. They would not have disboarded her. It's only and you know, and again, you guys will be like, no, Bilal, don't make it about race. It is about race. It is. It's exactly, this is how it is. If she was a white blonde woman, she would not have been disboarded. She would not have been in jail, despite just having a manic episode. This would not have happened. And that's what I worry about. Like, that how is she going to be treated? Because she is a black woman with mental health problems who was disboarded, and now she's in jail. You understand what I'm saying? You get what I'm saying? This was a white woman, a white blonde woman with mental health problems, was probably having a manic episode, probably said to like a person who looked like me, is like, I'm gonna cut you up with this cigarette. She would not have like been reprimanded or anything, and they're like the internet would have just been like somehow justifying it, and then no, she's just having a rough day, and she's probably like the brown man, the scary brown man. Probably he did say something, but you know, you get what I'm saying. You get what I'm saying. How everyone is working over here. You know, it's a sad situation. It's a scary situation for her. Despite her having mental health problems and everything, she at the end of the day is a black woman who's in jail, facing up to 5 years. And I wonder if anyone will even care about her or care about getting her back, and she could just be stuck there for all we know. Yeah, it's not shits and giggles anymore, and it's just a sad situation.
So I see a lot of you have been asking me that why we not letting her stay in the country. It's not that she's staying there, you know. She got no job, she got no money, and Pakistan is not that rich country. We are great in hospitality, but we can host you, but not for a lifetime, you know what I'm saying? So they can't keep her in the shelter, since you guys know how is Onijah. She is yelling on people, she's scaring my people out there. So that's the reason, you know. They can keep her in like homeless people shelter home and stuff. So they're just trying to give her the best treatment and make her understand so that she can leave, or otherwise she can find a job over there and they make her stay with the working visa. But it's a situationship, you know. We are trying to handle it with too much love and care, so she doesn't get hurt as well, because she has created a lot of chaos around her. So we don't want anything bad happens, because it will be on the image of Pakistan. So that's why the love and the care you guys see, that's the only reason behind this. So just let's hope for the best for this lady, my sister-in-law, Onijah.
I feel great, Shabana.
You want to go back your country?
It's private, but no, I do not. I'm from Pakistan now.
How Pakistan helped and take care of you?
Shabana, would you like to speak, Shabana? Okay, she's been taking care of me. Thank you very much.
She's taking care of yours?
Yes,
Okay.
Everybody. This is my team.
Okay.
Yes, hi.
Now you are feeling well?
Yes, I'm going for sonogram.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay, बिल्कुल सच.
Because this is on what you're.
We're gonna have some good times with good friends, making good memories. Little bit of sunshine and good vibes, yeah, that's all we need. And we ain't gonna worry, ain't in a hurry. Everything is going our way. We're gonna have some good times with good friends, making good memories. We're gonna have some good times with good friends, making good memories. Everybody's moving to the song on the radio. Little Stevie Wonder never hurt nobody's soul. Something about saga, sacred place. 'Cause when we all get together, every day is a holiday. We're gonna have some good times with good friends, making good memories. A little bit of sunshine and good.
And I'm sleepy and I want to go to sleep.
Do you like any food, Pakistani food? I saw some plates and biscuits.
Yes, I like the onions. I like the paratha. I like the chicken keema. I know Pakistani food.
Why do you love more Pakistan and Pakistani people and Pakistani food?
Because y'all pray a lot, and I really like that.
Okay, please tell us about why you coming in Pakistan.
Why what?
Why you coming in Pakistan?
Because, like I said, I like because y'all pray, and I pray all the time.
And I hear about the love you're Pakistani. If you want any nationality and something,
What you said? I'm sorry.
you want any Pakistani nationality and citizen?
I don't understand that question.
Okay. Thank you so much for your time. Please take care.
Miss Foxy, classy, vintage, sassy, groovy, funky, bougie, bougie, boogie. 60-minute class cut, body snatched up, cause she ain't gone in the club. Just sit on a butt. Hey, tell the DJ it's a dance off.
मैं करूँ इजहार तू करे इनकार वो एक बार नहीं मैं बोलूँ बार बार मैंने जाल बिछाया तू फंसी नहीं मैंने हंस के दिखाया तू हंसी नहीं ओए फेल हो गया हूँ आज 12वीं के पेपर में बड़ा कम.
This is a nice hotel. She's the owner right here. Thank you.
I'm not the owner. Sorry, ma'am.
Go get the owner, please.
The owner is not here, ma'am.
The owner. This is the owner. Say
I am
hello,
not the
everybody. This is the owner. Say hello. She's very shy. Don't worry about it. She's very shy.
Ziyad?
She's very shy.
अरे भाई हमारे पास
available. No, I'm not staying here.
अजीब बना रहा है भाई. वो पहुंच गई है वहाँ पे, उसने क्लेम किया, उसने बोला ऐसा थोड़ी 4 महीने पहले मैं आई थी, रह गई उसको.
This woman right here in the blue, she's very disrespectful in the back. Y'all need to get her out of here.
सर मैं टाइप नहीं कर पा रहा.
Get a photo of her, please.
Excuse
me, ma'am.
Yes.
What are you trying to do here?
I was trying to help your hotel. Now, y'all can shut this hotel down because they cheat people and they take people money. You can pay all the workers in here $50K a piece every 2 weeks. Thank you very much.
अगर आप इनको होटल दे सकती हैं तो चीपा फाउंडेशन को पे करेगा आपको.
I want all the workers to come to the front.
क्योंकि ये सिक्योर हो जाएगी. अगर यहाँ को अगर रूम दे सकते हैं तो जो भी पे करना है वो आपको पे करेंगे.
Get all the workers. They are getting $50K every week. They shutting this place down. This place is no good. It's gonna be under new management.
Mr. Ramzan Cheaper sir. Okay.
I paid over a lot of money. Me and my husband, we have receipts here. I would like all the workers to have money. Can y'all get the workers, please?
Room not allowed.
Room है ही नहीं इनका.
She's very disrespectful. I'm not coming here to stay. I'm not coming here to stay. I came here to help, but since you want to be disrespectful, I don't want nobody to put no work. I don't want nobody to do nothing in here. Let's go.
बस सही है. मैंने बहुत
है ना शादी. चलो आ जाओ खलील. आ जाओ. हारिस भाई.